Now, to be honest, I kind of avoided a lot of, the PTS footage, and I didn't really try to learn all the ins and outs of everything related to Summit or any of the PTS spoilers. I didn't want to take part in it. Obviously, I wasn't playing the PTS, so I didn't want to know everything that was, in the update. However, I did understand that, there was some repetitiveness to Summit. So when I went into it, I wasn't expecting this grand masterpiece of, video game development. I had realistic expectations that this would just be an okay mode to, mess around with. Well, that did not last very long. I wanted to start it off from the beginning. I know you could actually jump to like level 50 or level 51, but I wanted to see, how quickly I could go through the entire thing, or at least, just start off on floor one and just get the experience from it, right? Well, yikes, that lasted one level. I could not continue onto level two. It was mind numbing. I mean, it was just, it's pretty much just the same thing. It's recycled content for the most part. I mean, it's not even, it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel new, it doesn't feel different, it doesn't feel exciting. There's no appeal to this mode. Quite frankly, I think I will only do this mode just to get the exotic piece. And that is it. That is the only draw of this mode, and it is going to be sheer torture getting to floor 100, let me tell you. It is going to be terrible. So I really hope you guys have people to play with, because if you don't, if you have to play this entirely solo, it's going to be a very, very long, drawn out, boring experience for you. And thankfully there's, I guess, checkpoints every 10 floors, but even with that, I mean, it's just wow. So honestly, I really hope that you weren't, one of the people that was hoping this would save the game, or this would offer some sort of awesome replayable content to keep the division alive, because it's not going to. It is so not going to. But obviously, with the update came the next season, so we're on season 3 now. And I just want to remind you guys, if you are probably like me, where you just don't really feel like slowly grinding out the content because you're having lots of fun with it, you're probably just ready to just get the exotics, and that's all you care about. You just want the exotics, and you want to move on. So I know I've already made a video on it, but just as a reminder, if you want to try to do it, a lot faster, one of the best ways that I've pretty much been using since the seasons have started, since they even actually had the shade level, was basically just changing my global difficulty settings, dropping it down to hard, activating as many of the directives as I wanted. I usually go with 4 because I like to keep the mini map on. I like to keep the radar on so I can see where the enemies are spawning. But I do that because, when you're doing the resource convoys, which is what you're going to be targeting, generally they can spawn in a random location. So you want to know where that location is as soon as possible so you can take out the enemies right as they're coming out the door or the sewer or whatever. So just as a reminder, set your difficulty to hard or challenging. I mean, you can do it on any difficulty you want. But personally, as a solo player, with a pistol build, generally I found that hard is probably just the quickest way to get the experience. Hard with 4 directives so you can keep your minimap on, you keep that radar on, and then just go farm resource convoys. It's easy. You can generally burn through a resource convoy in under a minute. If you get lucky and they're one of the sewer emerging convoys, you can generally do it in about 30 seconds or less. So it's really convenient for you, especially if you have a pistol with the reload magazine on kill, whatever that talent's called, I forget. But yeah, if you as soon as you get a kill, I think it's the lightning rod pistol is probably the best one for it. You got an 80% chance or something like that of reloading whenever you get a kill. It's it makes it really quick, and obviously one of the modifiers is having no ammo except for your pistol. That makes it pretty convenient, I would say. So get yourself a good pistol build, go do this, burn through that experience, and get to shade. I think it's 90. I think the first exotic is like rank 50 or 55, somewhere around there. So 55 and 90, we'll just say it like that, 55 and 90. So if that's really the only thing you're gunning for, you just want to get that stuff so you can go back to PvP or do whatever it is in the game that you enjoy doing, more power to you. Also, I do want to remind you guys that since it is a new season, you do get the 15 experience boosted levels. So your first 15 shade levels that you gain during the season are going to be double XP, basically. So when you're doing these convoys at 4 modifiers and hard difficulty, you're going to get about 650, 600 something experience per convoy. And with the kills that you actually get during the convoy, you're pretty much going to get a shade level per convoy for the first 15 levels. After that, it resets to the regular rate, and I think you get about 170 per convoy. But then, of course, with the modifier itself, you're going to get that 100%. So you're getting basically half a shade level every time you do a convoy. And like I said, it takes you less than a minute to do it, so it's pretty efficient. But that's all I want to talk about in this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.